Welcome to the EL Education Kindergarten through 2nd grade Labs Overview screencast. Labs are an important feature of the EL Education K2 curriculum as they deepen students' learning on the module. They are designed to help students be both successful and live joyfully. Labs are 1 hour long and support module lessons. These 2 hours of content-based literacy instruction are complementary, working together to accelerate the achievement of all students. Labs are an important feature of the K2 curriculum. They are designed to help teachers ensure that all their students get the time to play and explore, become immersed in oral language and content knowledge, and practice skills and habits of character that they need. Here are some of the key ways in which labs support student learning and engagement. As you can see, labs are an essential component of the K2 curriculum. You're probably wondering what the different labs are. Let's dive in. Labs are designed with the needs of primary learners in mind, and they all promote student learning and engagement. The 5 distinct types of labs are Create, Explore, Engineer, Research, and Imagine. In any given module, however, just 4 of the 5 labs will be used. This design helps to limit the number of materials and overall preparation required at any given time. It also supports students by limiting the number of learning targets and helping them track the purpose, expectations, and materials for the labs with which they are engaged. Finally, some labs are a more natural fit for certain modules. Let's take a closer look at each lab type and how it supports students. Students use a variety of media to artistically expand and represent their content learning through visual arts in the Create lab. As young learners' literacy skills continue to emerge, the Create lab gives students the opportunity to express a range of content understanding through another modality, the visual arts. This medium helps students develop their fine motor skills, a sense of craftsmanship in their work, and the perseverance required to take a product through multiple drafts. When first graders study birds' bodies in Module 3, they use a variety of materials and skills to create a realistic, three-dimensional sculpture of a bird. In the Explore lab, students build background knowledge and immerse themselves in a hands-on exploration of the content they are studying in the module. Young children are natural explorers and scientists. They learn first by doing. The Explore lab gives students a space for this. Students wonder, handle authentic objects and tools, and experiment. Students may try and fail and then try again. The Explore lab allows students to make meaning of abstract ideas and build content knowledge through hands-on, collaborative activities. For example, in the Explore lab in Module 2, 2nd grade students become paleontologists as they use paleontology tools to explore in a simulated dig site. Let's take a closer look at the Imagine lab. Students use their imaginations to engage in play through role-playing and make-believe. Students take on, interpret, and become immersed in the content they are studying as they play and perform. In grades 1 and 2, in Module 4, students write and perform narratives. One of the most powerful learning tools at the disposal of primary learners is also one of the most obvious, yet most overlooked: play. Play provides joyful context for students to build the vital life skills, often more difficult to recreate in more structured learning environments: leadership, negotiation, decision-making, and executive functioning. Through content-connected play and storytelling, the Imagine lab gives students the time and the tools, in both the concrete and abstract sense, to narrate their own worlds, grapple with complex ideas, and navigate social interactions. In the Imagine lab in Module 4, Kindergarten students create an imaginary forest in their classrooms. Students later use their make-believe space, props, and costumes to role-play how people and animals interact with the forest. Just as the name implies, the research lab provides time and space for students to expand their understanding and knowledge of content through a range of research activities. They study pictures and photographs, watch videos, and conduct original research based on their own questions. As students acquire greater literacy skills, they are able to read a variety of texts to build content knowledge and write to build fluency and stamina. At all grade levels, the research lab begins in Module 2. This gives students time to build strong reading and writing routines in other parts of the curriculum before expanding volume of reading and writing in the labs. In Module 2, first grade students use research skills to learn new information and ask questions about the sun, moon, stars, and planets. The research lab culminates in a creation of a sky riddle book, in which students use the facts they have learned to write riddles about the objects in the sky. In the engineer lab, students represent their learning and/or attempt to solve a design dilemma by building or designing various types of 2- or 3-dimensional models related to content of the module. In an ever-changing and quickly moving world, we cannot yet imagine some of the careers, opportunities, and obstacles of the future. We do know, however, that certain skills will be invaluable to our students: design thinking, problem solving, and collaboration. In the engineer lab, students engage in the design process independently and collaboratively in order to solve problems and address wants and needs. Problem solving, content knowledge, and play come together as students become scientists, engineers, designers, and inventors. Here's an example. When kindergarten students study weather in Module 2, they design and build weatherproof shelters in the engineer lab. Pretty amazing, huh? You might be wondering how labs are connected to the module lessons. Labs are scaffolded experiences with specific learning related to literacy skills, content knowledge, and habits of character. Each lab connects to and extends what students are learning during the module lessons. Let's take a look at a few specific examples. As you know, each lab session is 1 hour long. The hour-long labs time is broken into 4 daily activities. 10 minutes, story time. Students listen to a rich text read aloud. Texts often connect to the content or character focus of the module. A recommended text list is provided for lab story time, but the teachers have the discretion to select texts. 5 minutes, goal setting. Students decide on and articulate what their individual goals are for the labs for that day. Which lab will you visit first? What will your goal be when you are there? How will you show respect for the materials and your classmates during labs today? 40 minutes in the labs. Students work in the labs. Depending on the stage, see the figure on the following page, students may spend the whole time in one lab or move between 2 labs. 5 minutes, reflection. Students discuss and reflect on how their time went in the labs. What went well? What might they still need to work on? Labs unfold over the course of an entire module in order to build students' independence. Each of the 4 labs runs across the whole module and goes through stages. Among the stages are the launch, practice, extend, and choice and challenge stages. The stages are designed to intentionally build students' learning experiences in a way that leads to a final product. Every lab goes through the first 3 stages, but not every lab goes all the way through the choice and challenge stage. Here's a snapshot of each lab stage. Launch. Students are introduced to each of the 4 labs that will be used during the module, including learning targets, materials, and expectations. Practice. Students continue to work toward the learning targets, explore materials, and practice the expectations that were established in the launch stage. Extend. Each lab becomes more complex in terms of the task, the materials used, and/or the level of independence in the student experience. Choice and challenge. Students choose one lab to specialize in at this stage. This stage culminates in creating a lab's product. Have any questions about modifications, the teacher's role during labs, and how to set students up for success in labs? Please check out the FAQ section of the Implementing Labs document for the answers to these and other common questions. You can find this document and other guidance materials at our website on the screen, and then clicking Tools. Hungry for more? The Tools link will bring you to our curriculum video series, where you can find an Implementing the Labs video, as well as hear a teacher talk about the impact of labs on her students. We hope you have found this screencast informative. Again, be sure to visit our website, curriculum.eleducation.org, for our free open source curricular resources. You may order print materials and texts from our partners at openupresources.org. Again, be sure to visit our website, curriculum.eleducation.org. Our curriculum is free and open source, meaning anyone can access it. However, if you prefer, you may order teacher manuals and student workbooks. Click the How to Order tab for more information.